So this is the new podcast series I'm going to be doing, and this person over to my right is someone that has known me throughout my life, and we're going to be doing this podcast series together. So I would like to introduce him, and he can actually introduce himself to all of you. So go ahead and tell them your name and tell them a little bit about yourself and what you're doing.
Thank you, David. I appreciate you having me on your podcast today. This is real exciting to be here, so I appreciate that. And yeah, I've known this guy for a long time, since he was in diapers. So,
Yep, that is true. Very true.
My name is Rod, and I'm 56 years old, and I am going to be talking to you about a lot of things today with David, which is awesome.
Yep.
But I started a business, and it's called Natural Bodies to Inspire. And I'm excited about that business because that's something that I have always thought about doing, and I'll tell you how I got to that point.
Yeah. So, what inspired you to start really with this program, and what are you trying to show people about natural bodybuilding versus being juiced to the gills with Capri Sun?
Well, you know what? That's a great question. I mean, what is Natural Bodies to Inspire? To me, natural is all natural, meaning that you can develop a body, you can develop an aesthetic body where you can actually include your muscles in your body to pop out the way, and be healthy and fit. And
I want people to know that there's clearly multiple types of fitness and of the human body and where you want to take it. Some people want to take it to that, juice to the gills, and others want to do it naturally, and there's many in between, right? There's many in between levels. You're just trying to show from your perspective of doing it naturally, correct?
Correct.
And you're also trying to show that at any stage in life, you can be at that at any level you want to, no matter your age, right?
Correct. Yeah, you can be in your 20s and you could be in your 60s. So yeah, it doesn't matter where you're at in life, and that's the whole thing about it, is believing in yourself. And that's what Natural Bodies to Inspire is about, is once you develop the body you want, what are you going to be doing? Naturally, of course, inspiring other people.
Exactly. And I think overall, that's what you aimed to do. Now, when you first started out working out, because me, I started out at the gym, and
you look great, by the way.
Well, thank you. I'm working on it. It's a constant work in progress, but I definitely have changed a lot. My body wise, I've definitely have changed. But to look at you and how much you have changed at your stage in life, and how this makes you, does this make you feel younger now? Being more fit, what does that do?
That's a great question, because you would think that if you go through life and you have like little successes in your life, besides getting your body to where you want it to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And getting your mindset and having that positiveness
Yeah.
in your life.
Yep.
Yes, it has changed me completely from what the person I was before, where I was very timid and weak. And I used to weigh 125 pounds. So to answer that question,
Yeah.
but that's all the way up to my 40s. So can you imagine that? To answer that question, what has it done? It has made my life an open book to where I want to start teaching people how to have success in their life, and, of course, doing it all naturally, but doing it at home. That's where I want people to start, if they choose to.
Yeah.
If they don't, they can go to the gym, but I want them to have the success that I've had and not have to worry about underlying conditions, and we'll get into that.
And now, what's something that you were saying earlier about that word about when you first go to the gym? What was that word that you said?
It's called gym scare, and boy, did I have it. I had it like you wouldn't believe, because I was in sweatpants and a sweatshirt, and I didn't want anybody to see me with shorts or a tank top. I would not dare to put on shorts or a tank top because my arms were this skinny.
Yeah.
This skinny. And David knows, and we have pictures to prove that.
Yeah.
But
which I will be showing.
But the whole thing is that I kept trying to go to the gym. Saying, the way you get big is you do proteins, you do creatine. This is what I was told.
Yeah.
You do certain supplements, and then you go to the gym 7 days a week. And that's what I figured out would work.
Yeah.
Not everybody.
No,
it doesn't work like that.
No, and one of the most famous bodybuilders that I personally know, that I've seen many of his videos on YouTube, is his name's Rich Piana, and he still inspires me to this day. He was one of the biggest people out there. He started his business, he was making money, he was doing really good, and some things happened with his health, and him being that size that he was, and it can take a toll on your body. But to me, he was an inspiration because he built something that really inspires me and a lot of other people. It's that you can change. You have to want to have that change. And for me, I had my heart attack in 2015, and that changed my whole entire life, because I was like, then I have to be on oxygen at night, and I have to be on an oxygen machine, and then I have to be on a portable one, and it's,
look at you now. You look fantastic. No, seriously. I mean, I respect what you went through, and then how you changed your body and your whole mindset to do what you've done, and that's not easy to do.
No, and I still struggle. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. I want people to know that this is like it's a constant journey.
It is.
It's not like
it's a lifestyle
there's
change.
not an end point. There is no end point in battling these things and in getting through these things and conquering these things, because there will be always the next thing, the next hurdle, the next hurdle.
Oh yeah.
And you have to really want to do that, because there are people that go to the gym and you look at them and they have some people are like, well, they're looking around and they get nervous because they're like, people are looking at me. And most people that go to the gym, right? And I'm not saying this is like every person, but most, I would say a good chunk of people are just going there to work out and get it done. Well, most people would treat other people with respect and dignity. There are people in life that are going to say something, and that's a reflection on themselves.
Well, yeah,
if they walk up to you and they're like super rude, they're like, you're not, what are you doing? Or like, hey, there are, and I want people to know that. Like, people get so discouraged by jerks.
Yeah, I was worried about that because, like I said, I was very, very skinny and sickly skinny, where I had injuries before. When I was an electrician, I had back issues and stuff like that. So I could not lift heavy. So I was afraid that if I went to the gym and I saw somebody that was like 210 pounds and I was 125, that if I took a 10-pound weight and started curling it, and I see this guy curling 30 or 40 or 50 or, I don't know, 60-pound weights, I would feel very, timid again.
Big
not
time.
worthwhile to even be into that gym, you know what I'm saying, or be there. And why would I be there? So that was in my mind, which is not a good thing, not a good place to be. But I had to overcome that.
Yeah.
I had to overcome that. And it was not easy to do. So I decided to say, I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm going to develop my body at home first, because I had to overcome.
That's your starting point.
So many obstacles.
That's your starting point.
Yeah.
But you started.
Exactly.
That's the biggest. Key. That's the biggest thing that a lot of people need to understand is.
Yes.
You started.
I did, and I had no faith in myself, thinking that 10-pound weights were going to make me to where I am right now. But it's a starting point, and that's what I teach in Natural Bodies to Inspire. You need to start, and who cares how long it takes, as long as you reach the goal you want. And I'm telling you, it's worth everything. Everything.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. I
yeah.
mean, I think that, a lot of people don't understand that, like, for me, I just eat a lot. I eat a lot of food.
Yep.
So, and I've put on muscle, and I just eat a lot of food. I eat a lot of food. I work out. I eat a lot of food. But the thing is whatever works for a certain person works for that person.
Exactly.
But the thing is, you have to start somewhere. And certain people don't even know where to start.
No,
and
they don't.
That's kind of where you come in.
Yes.
And because there's some people that are even afraid to ask any questions to gym personnel. They're like they're so like they don't, and if you are one of those people that don't even know where to start, his contact information about Natural Bodies to Inspire, he's going to be a sponsor of the channel, is that it's going to be in the description, so you can contact him and talk to him about that.
And my title is a health and body coach.
Yeah, health and body coach. Yeah. And then let me ask you, when doing a fitness competition, and what did you really have to do to get prepared for that? Like I know that certain people say you have to. There's certain ways about preparing, and everybody prepares differently. But how do you prepare it? How you did it?
Well,
because that's a big deal, by the way. Not a lot of people can say that they entered a competition.
No, and I didn't even plan on being in the competition, but a gentleman by the name of Brian, he let me know that there was a competition coming up in Reno, and he said, I think you're able to to work your body into this competition. And I'm like, well, I'm not as big as I want to be. And he goes, it's a beach body competition. So a beach body competition is not bodybuilding. It's just having proportions. You know what I'm saying? You're having your biceps, your triceps, it's calf muscles, because they don't even show the quads because you wear board shorts, the long board shorts.
Yep.
For camping or water sports.
Yeah.
And I was only ready to prepare for about 2 to 3 weeks, David, because they decided to cancel, and then they said, okay, we're back on again. So then I'm like,
that throws you probably off your...
Yeah, so I'm like, what do I eat in 3 weeks before my competition to go on stage?
Yeah.
So I was given a list of food to eat.
Yeah.
And I was told that chicken would retain water.
Okay.
So you didn't want to be bloated.
Yeah.
You couldn't drink a lot of water prior up to 3 or 4 days to the event. And then you would be drug tested, urine test.
Yep, here we go about that, because there's people that claim that they're natural, and they can claim it all day, but the important thing is you for this competition you actually had to take a test because they want it, because there are probably people, if they didn't take the test, right, and they did it on honesty, you and I both know that there are people that I'm natural. And they walk on stage and they're like massive. Yeah. So that's obviously one of the reasons why, because they want to really make sure that you're actually
but with Professional Natural Bodybuilding Association and International Natural Bodybuilding Association, the companies that I was a part of, they were all natural, because now I don't know about if they did pre-workouts or anything like this. This was so brand new to me that it was really new to me, and I just decided to just be natural myself and go on stage and do the test. And of course, I passed because I had nothing in my body.
Exactly.
And I competed, and I got second place, which wasn't bad for 50-year-olds.
that's no. And how many people do you know that can actually sit here and say, hey, I entered it. And I placed. Yeah. Like I don't know many people off the top of my head that can sit there and say that, because it's like that's a big deal. That's nothing to snuff over. That's seriously, that is a big.
It gave me the confidence like you wouldn't believe, because I was like, well, if I'm on stage competing for a beach body competition, what limits do I really have in my life now that I can do something different other than just a normal job? Maybe there's something in the future that I can be doing.
And it was a shocker probably to your mind, because you're like, you went throughout your whole life.
Yes.
Your whole life, you were never had any kind of muscle. And then now, like, it's a like a mind twister, because it's like your mind's like going like, whoa, I actually did it. I competed. I went through all the steps of actually getting prepared for the event.
Right.
Working out and just doing your thing, and like having everything going, standing on that stage. Like, can you remember like when you stood on stage? Like, you probably had a mental picture of yourself when you were younger and went, I've grown in many, many ways.
Yeah, I couldn't believe I was actually in a competition for beach body, because I was remembering back then being 125, 130 pounds, almost up to my 50th birthday.
That's
and
wild.
That is insane, because I could not eat more than this right here. That's just a fistful of food and be full. And I had acid reflux, which was really bad in my teens. I was in the hospital and lost 50 pounds because of my acid reflux, which is terrible.
It's horrible.
An asthmatic, a very bad asthmatic. I used to go camping and water skiing, and we had to find a hospital that was local in case I had an asthma attack. They would be able to take me to the hospital, which was bad. So, I mean, how do you swim? And even though I love water skiing, how do you swim and not have an asthma attack?
Exactly.
How do you, hike in hills and not have an asthma attack? All this stuff was my underlying conditions. And then by being an electrician, I had bad back issues. So I could never gain weight. I did not know how to gain weight. And that's what happened, when I decided to develop a different body. And that was right after my divorce.
And the thing about working out and is that it doesn't matter the weight. Okay, when you're first beginning, or even now, I don't honestly lift a lot of weight at all. I don't, and I've been lifting fairly lightweight for a long time, and I am a lot more fit, and I have a lot more muscle on my body. And the reason is he's doing it naturally. I have to get testosterone replacement therapy because I had almost zero testosterone in my body for many, many years. So that can do some crazy stuff to your body. At my age, at the age of 30, I started getting testosterone replacement, and that changed the game for me. Because it made me realize, like, oh, I don't have to go on antidepressants. I don't have to go, because I had no testosterone. When you have no testosterone, as a man, it's one of the craziest feelings in the whole world.
Let me say something about that, because I respect that you had to get testosterone replacements, you know what I'm saying?
Medically,
right.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it's a facade that they say that you lose muscle mass when you get older. And you lose your testosterone when you get older.
Here we go.
So I see a lot. Oh my gosh, we're talking $1 billion industry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking anything. Do your research first. Please do your research first.
Definitely. Yeah.
But
yeah.
Here's
Please.
the thing. Okay. I don't need to worry about testosterone. Do you understand?
No.
I do not need to worry about muscle gain. Do you?
That's not in your wheelhouse.
I do not need to worry about that at all. The way that I teach. You don't have to worry about that in the future with your underlying conditions. Now, I'm not saying, and here's what I always say.
Yep.
Hashtag why not you? That's what
Yep.
Natural Bodies to Inspire is
Yep.
about. Hashtag why not you? I'm not saying that I can guarantee you a long life. We're not guaranteeing you that.
No,
okay?
no.
But how about a healthier, you know what I'm saying?
And I think a lot of people, like for me personally, I don't do protein shakes. I don't do any. The only thing I do really is my my testosterone replacement therapy, and that has allowed me, and it has allowed me to gain muscle. And the cool thing is about this is that we're going to be able to show you different perspectives of weightlifting and getting in shape, because let me tell you, not everybody's body is built the same,
right.
or even nearly the same.
Right.
So for me, it's like we get to present these ideas and on our conversations out there to people to understand that this is two different perspectives.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's because of what's happened with you, through your conditions.
Yeah.
And now we're taking a perspective of me doing everything naturally by being so skinny as well.
And kind of showing you both that both of things that we have both gone through,
right,
and things that we have both experienced in weightlifting and getting in shape, is that there are certain things that do kind of cross that different thresholds of what we're both trying to bring to the community.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people say certain this or that. No, it works. What works for you is what works for you. Don't ever, here's the thing too, don't ever feel like you have to do this thing in weightlifting or that thing in weightlifting or that thing to get in shape or this thing to get in shape. I think a lot of people pay too much to their surroundings when it comes to the gym. And yes, it can get overwhelming.
Yes.
But I think that's where you can either start at home.
Yes.
Or start in the gym, or start in the park, or start anywhere. It's not the building. It's the fact that inside that building gives you the utensil, the instruments,
right,
in order to change your body. And in this world of using Instagram filters and filters to filter everything out and to make yourself look bigger than you really are, pay attention. Really pay attention sometimes, because I think that ultimately it's like if you're presenting this fake ID, this fake vision of yourself, what does that show people? It shows that oh, I can get through this. All right, so I don't know where we were at exactly, but I do want to tell people that that's the objective, that we're really wanting to sum up everything that we've talked about before going into a little bit of a funny story.
Yeah.
I just want to, kind of let everybody know that this is going to be, a series, and we're definitely going to be putting out another podcast very soon, and just to look forward to that. And don't forget that if you really like this podcast, to like it and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell notifications, and also feel free to share this on any of your social platforms or any websites like Reddit or anything like that you guys out there in the world would like to share it to. But what is something that if you could kind of like sum up our conversation and sum up for people, what is something other than really giving them a little bit of some insight on yourself and your business? What is something that you want to tell people or show people that about different things in their life and how they can accomplish things? Because you've accomplished some things in your life, and so have I.
You've accomplished a lot of things, David.
Thank you.
Amazing what you've done, and your inspiration to myself as well as a lot of people that that you've reached out to. So it's absolutely awesome to just be with you to tell you more about Natural Bodies to Inspire. But
thank you.
That's a great question. And I thought about this. What do I want to? What am I trying to do? I'm trying to show people that no matter how old you are, no matter if you're heavy or you're skinny, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you have the right mindset, if you have the right people around you, maybe you don't have the people around you, but if you truly can believe in yourself, if you can believe in God, if that's your case, if you have faith like I do, you can do whatever you want to do in your life. But I feel that the stepping stone to have a better life, and I think David would agree with me, is that if you can develop a body that you've wanted to have, and the health and the look, and to feel great to where you don't have to really depend on a lot of medication, maybe in the future, or you can overcome an underlying condition, where
even improve,
exactly.
It's not just about getting to that point; it's about whatever point that each person feels that is best for them. Anything that makes them think to themselves like, okay, like I've accomplished something. Like even say it's like a drawing or a film or a photo or anything. It could be anything in life. It's all about starting it. And you say you only have a little bit of time, right? Say you only have a tiny bit of time to work on creative stuff.
Yeah.
Then manage that certain amount of time the best you can.
Right.
And just put it out there.
Right.
And a lot of people just focus on those numbers. And that's not at the very beginning. And you can track a lot of big podcasts that are out there on YouTube and on Facebook and on Instagram, is the fact that it's about the content. If you have really good content and you put it out there and it's informative and it's entertaining, that is what really makes people go, okay, like I'm going to invest in that person. I'm going to invest my time spending whatever free time I have to view that person's content. Like I appreciate every single number, every single view, every single subscriber, every person that's liked my stuff, has shared my stuff. I appreciate every one of those people, because each one of those people have, I don't know everybody's situation, but each one of those people probably worked really hard that day, right? They worked all day. They come home, they're relaxing, and even if they spend, say, an hour on their phone, and out of that hour they click on your video and watch it, it doesn't matter how long your video is. If they click your video, that should be a confidence builder for people, because they spent whatever free time that they had during the whole day.
True.
So most people that I know have a full-time job.
Yep.
They work 8 hours, then they sleep, say, for 8 hours. So that's 16 hours. And they have to drive to their job. Say that's an hour each way. That's 2 more hours. So that's 18 hours. So, they have so many extra free hours during the day, and you gotta really think about how time really breaks down, and how even if that person views your content once, you got to understand that person spent all day working and then they slept. So it's like you should feel kind of like, oh, okay, cool. They actually took some time out of their day. That's huge, right? Like,
yeah, I was told a long time ago, would you rather have more money or more time? And what do you think the answer is? More time. Do you see what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Because you can always make more money.
Exactly. And the thing is that I want to be able to come to each and every person that me and David, are talking to, because we appreciate you guys so immensely.
Definitely.
We want to come into your living room and actually talk to you like we're actually in your living room or your car or wherever, and saying, look, we understand where you're at in life, but we understand where you could become in life by doing what we did and being successful in our mind. And like I said, teaching people how to develop a body. But it's not just about lifting weights, David. You got to understand that.
Oh, yeah.
This Natural Bodies to Inspire, and I've talked to people about this, it's not about lifting weights. It's actually about building a lifestyle that you can teach others to develop as well, because I can't reach out to people that right? That I don't know. So when you develop a body through Natural Bodies to Inspire, you can reach out to other people and inspire them that I couldn't reach to, but I reached to you to develop that body first. But it's not about lifting weights. There's so much more to this, and we'll get into that. Because it's not about just picking up a dumbbell. It's not about picking up this right here. There's so much more to this than you can imagine. And
true.
what I'm telling you is that once you develop this lifestyle and this positiveness, you don't know what can happen.
And here's the other thing, and to kind of also put things almost to a close. We're going to be closing out here soon, but is that success? And a lot of people want to, they kind of forget about this, but success is ultimately determined by each individual person.
Correct.
And I am very successful in the fact that I have taught myself how to do everything that we're doing right now. I have sat here and I've learned all these things, and I've had the ability to learn all these things. I'm successful in that, right? I'm successful in the right that I've overcome a lot of really, really crazy obstacles that a lot of people would have ended up taking their life. And I know people that have ended their life with the fact that they've gone through really bad medical stuff. They think that they're not successful because they view everything that they see on the internet and on and around them, and that's how they determine success. Success to me, and being in counseling for 5 years plus, and seeing a counselor, it's made me realize, like, we all determine our own goals. We all determine our level of success. We all determine what success is, and what success is to me is the fact that I've overcome a lot of those hurdles, and I've reached this point in my life, because for a long time I wasn't even close to even being there. I felt like I was lost. So
you're an inspiration to others. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you already belong to Natural Bodies to Inspire.
Yeah.
We're not even talking about working out with weights or working out at home. He's already inspired others.
I try. I do my best. And
you've inspired me.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I think a lot of people need to understand and look at themselves, and not base on anything that they in the physical term, or even if it is in the physical term, but what success is for that person. Like, we all have our different levels of success. We all have our different definition of what success is and what the results of success is.
True.
So when you see all these multi-millionaires and giving all these motivational talks and stating certain things in life, just realize, if you're not there, just keep plugging away at what you want and where you want to go, and just keep that level. But it's what you determine. Don't let people determine what success is for you as a person, because you know what? Somebody else's level of success, it doesn't matter to me, because I know what I have achieved, and
Right.
I've achieved a lot
Right.
for me and for what my level of success is.
I agree. I totally agree with that. And it is so true that you have to determine what's successful for you may not be successful for others. But I'm telling you that once you get that lifestyle change,
It is a
okay,
lifestyle change.
it is a lifestyle change.
And it doesn't happen overnight.
No, it does not. But once you develop that lifestyle change, okay, you want it so much that you feel good about yourself and you feel positive about yourself, and sky's the limit. And I'm telling you that you will be successful in anything that you do because you've had that little success. To me, it was making my body the way it is now, from 125 pounds to what I weigh, about 167, solid. So, I'm telling you, it's the little steps in life that take you and propel you to the next level. And what's the next level? To me, is to start my business, Natural Bodies to Inspire. So anybody, and I'm telling you, David, anybody that can achieve certain successes in their life, whatever they may be, to me, it was this, and for you, it's the same way.
Yeah, but it starts within, too.
Exactly.
It starts within.
It starts
really,
within.
And
I'll get into that, too.
And I'm telling you right now, I still have my days, right? And I still have those days where I feel like I'm not where I want to be with the goals that I have. But what I do now realize is that I will be there someday. And
of course,
understanding that there's the terms of success and the terms of life. Like, a lot of people focus on so many things that are outside their own control, that if they just take a minute and just kind of realize, like, okay, this is where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I'm headed, and there will be people the naysayers, and the people that will say, like, what are you doing? Why are you creating content? Why do you spend so much time doing this or that? Well, I enjoy it. And if something that brings you joy and something that, like, you fully feel psyched about and you feel like that's going to make a difference, I'm all for it. I am so into this point where in my life where I just want to show people the possibilities and what they can accomplish, because again, it doesn't matter how much you have in front of you, and I've had a lot in front of me.
Correct.
And I used to use this tactic of running around it and
Everybody
avoiding
has.
it and avoiding those things and avoiding certain things, and it comes back to yourself.
It's a fear of the unknown. You're not prepared for that, and that's the whole thing about life in general. And like I said, it's not about working out. It's not about aspiring, yourself to get the body. I mean, that is a byproduct of what you're trying to do. You're trying to get a body and be healthy. Yeah. But there's so much more that it's going to do for you in your mind.
Very true.
That's going to take you to another level.
Yeah.
If you can understand what I'm saying.
Yep.
Because once you have that kind of attitude, it exudes to other people, and people see that, and they're like, what is it about you that makes you who you are? And I'm like, it's because I've achieved this, and that's the thing. You've just achieved a little thing, and somebody wants to know what it is about you that you're so passionate about what you're doing. It's because I achieved this, and this is where I was at. And a lot of people can relate to that because they're afraid of the unknown. They don't know what's going to happen. But if you step out and you have faith and you believe in yourself, and that's what I try to teach people, is to have all that, is to have faith and to believe. Because I already believe that you can have the body you want, the mindset
100%.
that you want,
100%.
and the health that you want.
100%.
I already believe that, David.
100%.
And that's with every person that I talk to.
And so I think overall the picture of I think of myself as sitting down when I was before the pump, before I started really getting these life-changing experiences, these life-changing things happening in my life. I felt like I was in a dark place,
Mm-hmm.
and I had this realm of thinking that like that was the way it was gonna be for the rest of my life. And then things started to change, and it slowly, each thing that happened increased my level of confidence in myself, and they have slowly increased, and it's not this, you know, a lot of people want this like instant wake up and the next day, you know, like you stretch your arms out and you're like, oh, I'm like, life is golden and it's honestly not how that works. It's not how some motivational speakers on YouTube and different people that I put that out there, they're like, you know, I'm gonna hit it hard today, and every day, you know, it's gonna be good day. You know, some days are gonna be bad.
Exactly.
Some days are gonna suck.
Exactly.
But guess what? It comes back.
It does.
To your self.
Exactly.
Right? Because nobody can say, hey, buddy, you need to do this. You need to do that. No, it's yourself.
You control what you can control. And that's the whole thing about what I've taught my daughter. You control what you can control. You can't control other people's emotions or feelings about you, but you can control your emotions and feelings about them. You control what you control in your life. And what can you control? You can control what time you get up in the morning.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
You decide if you want to do one push-up or none.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Or you decide to go to the gym. If you decide to do that, then that's what you can control. It's all about you. But once you reach a level, David, once you reach a level that you have a tricep like this, I'm just giving you an example. Yeah. Once you reach a level, you want more. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think too that a lot of people pay attention to trolls. And you'll understand what trolls are as our stuff gets out there.
I've heard of that.
You can't pay attention to those people. Those people rile people up because guess what? They get views and they get traffic.
Right.
Okay. If you're paying attention to trolls that are going to your channel, don't do that. Don't do that, because you know what that does? That eggs them on, that says, oh, this person clearly is affected by this comment that a person left. If you're an adult and you feel like super affected by a comment, delete that comment or block comments on that particular video. It's a setting in your YouTube channel. It's pretty easy to change. So, you know, I think a lot of people pay attention too much to certain people that will view their content. They'll be like, "You suck," and the person is like, "Oh, well, I guess I do. I guess nobody likes my content."
Nope.
And yet they have a couple million views on that video and a bunch of good comments, but what does our brain naturally if we're not constantly focused or trying to remain or recenter our focus on our goals and what we're trying to achieve, our brain is gonna soak up that negative one. You can have one negative comment out of 100 comments, and what do we do? We scroll to that negative comment and go,
and we had how many comments? We had 30 and we have one negative?
What? What? No, because our brain is like, oh, cool. This person friggin' hates me, or says, go kill yourself, or says some. And you know what? Some people that say that, I would never, ever, ever leave that kind of a comment on somebody's page, because to me, that's that's a little ridiculous. But to be so affected by the trolls that I've seen people stop uploading content because they're like the trolls have ran me away. And I went, well, I think you decided that the trolls ran you off.
It's all about you and your decisions. It's what you're going to do. And, you know, that my whole thing and this is so true, is that on my business card, on my logo, it says #why not you.
Yep.
And that's what I'm trying to.
That's going to be the hashtag for this this series.
Why not you? And I'm telling you, this can open up a whole new chapter in your life.
Yeah.
And I am so thankful that you guys were
yeah.
watching us today.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to come back and share more. And I hope you like this. I really do.
Yeah.
Because it's from the heart.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to, and I know David's from the heart.
Yeah. We're just having this is just him and I having some really great conversations here on the couch, and we want to show people that, you know.
But for us, it was about doing something different to get a body that we want, and that we can, have no underlying conditions later on down the road,
or help even mitigate,
or
like slow down the progression.
Exactly,
like because mine's a neurological cerebral palsy, and as people get older, I know a lot of people that are in wheelchairs that have cerebral palsy. And what did I say to myself? I said, I want to prolong my quality of life without having. If I have to use those later in life, I will. I'm not against that, but I want to prolong my ability to live the life I want to live.
And here's an example. Healthy and fit can prolong that. And that's the whole thing with, like I was saying about myself.
Makes a big difference.
Healthy and fit can prolong, you know what I'm saying, your life. And that's what's important, because, like I said, we're not guaranteed a long life. But how about a healthier, fit, natural, and be
on multiple planes.
Planes.
Physical, mental,
and spiritual.
Definitely.
And that's what's important, is that we want everybody to understand, and that's will be our next podcast.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Oh yeah. For sure. We're
and,
definitely coming back.
And I'm just excited to be able to share with you today that I was able to share with, and being here with David is just amazing.
And thank you. And I'm
thank you.
Really glad that I got to really take the time to learn how to do all these things to prepare me for what we're doing right now.
Yeah, and you've done a couple of my workouts already, I'm really excited that he's learned the tricks of the trade of developing an execution, and that's what I'm going to be teaching people at home as well, because it all starts with the body weight. But I'm telling you, 90% is right here in the mind. And and like I said, I already believe that each and every one of you that are out there already have the body that they want, and the mindset and the lifestyle. It's just that you got to just know how to get it. And that's what I teach, and that's what David's teaching as well.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be a series that is going to really, just keep going and putting out this content, because I think this is important for a lot of people to realize, is that a perspective from two different people, from two different spectrums of life, from one older age, one a little bit getting older. I'm getting a little bit older, not too much, but
you know what I feel like? You asked a question before. How old do you feel?
Yeah.
You guys, I feel like I'm 30. I feel like I'm 30 years old and I'm 56 years old.
Yeah.
Do I look 56? I don't think so.
No, man. No, you don't. No,
I appreciate that.
You don't.
But this is the kind of energy that I have every day, and that's why people are attracted to it, because of the way that I am. And that's how David is as well, because you just can't.
As much as I can.
Exactly. So this, like I said, this is the lifestyle that I've chose to have, and I've had bad days.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But if you ask me, Rod, how you doing? Fantastic. That is my answer. And this is at work.
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you mean fantastic? How you doing? All right. I'm doing fantastic, because I choose to be fantastic.
Yeah.
And guess what? It attracts people. Do you know what I'm saying? And it makes you happy, because you can feel fantastic. And look what's going on in the world today. I mean, come on. Who can be fantastic, right?
So I think so to basically end this for the day, I want everybody to know that, like I said, he's going to now be a sponsor of this channel. And
excited.
That's pretty awesome. And
totally awesome.
we're going to be bringing you another podcast very soon, and just look forward to that. And just the biggest thing to end this off today is create the vision of your life that you want to lead.
Exactly.
And so to end it off, thank you for taking the time to do this with me. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. And you know what? Thank you, David, for allowing me to tell everybody about the business Natural Bodies to Inspire.
Of course.
And to be able to, share some things that have happened in my life and why I developed Natural Bodies to Inspire. And like I said, the inspiration from you yourself and what you've overcome, it's amazing.
Thank you.
Stay tuned for part 2.
Yeah. So that's the end.